The Chalsu Pass trek is a multi-day trek where you have to tent in the night. This is our group who went a few years ago to the Chalsu Pass trek with Summit Adventures. This is where they picked up from Pathankot railhead, and we stayed one night in their hotel in McLeodganj in Ashoka International. And then we started our trek, which is graded as moderate to difficult in some sections. It goes as high as 3,900 meters, which is about 13,500 feet. So this trek, you successively have to tent it in various regions. You start from the trailhead at Chamba. So they drop you to the trailhead at Chamba from McLeod Ganj, and then you will be, successfully tenting it Mankudu, Parai, Yatragod, Surai, with finally descend and return by jeep to Dharamshala. So you will be passing a very, very deep forest, gorges, and alpine see the deep forest somewhere, then beautiful alpine meadows somewhere with lots of wild horses. Then this is in the beginning of the trek, which was very pleasant. We were camping at the side of the river and having nice chai and pakora at the riverside. And the next day, after some trek, we were camping in apple gardens. So, and the apples were just ripe. It was a very pleasant place to tent. This is my favorite pose, when the times when you crash after multiple uh, like hours of walking. You're walking almost 8 to 10 hours per day, especially since I, at least, I'm a slow walker who loves to enjoy the scenery. What we did not know at the start of the trek, we thought it's a pleasant trek, but there was a full adventure ahead. I will come to what all happened. So we crossed all these meadows. There was this youngster with us. He had this premonition that something is going to go wrong, but we, of course, didn't listen to him. These are our tenting in the meadows. You can see the toilet tents. We are just arrived here, and we are going to set up our camp. So you have some tents on riverside, some tents in apple orchards. Sometimes you are tenting it in wide alpine meadows with horses racing by. It is a beautiful time. What was not beautiful about this was that the monsoon, a cyclonic storm had been predicted in civilization, but we were already 3 days into the wild, and there was no way we could be informed that a cyclonic storm is coming ahead. So we were happily going through everywhere, and then we went through this across these rivers. They were all frozen. Some of us went inside, which was not a wise thing to do. But as you can see, that this formation of ice, if it moves, I mean, that's it. So whenever you see ice formations like this, stay away from it, or at least stay on top of it. Don't try to go inside and find out what is there underneath. And so it was, so the days passed by. It was beautiful. Some of the trekkers who had come from US, some had come from Chandigarh. Basically, they were all friends, and it's a close group, which we love to call Trekking Horizons. And so this is the river crossing. Some people are trying to cross the river, some are peeping inside, and the days were pleasant enough. But then, as time passed, more trails had to be, more problems unfolded. First of all, is the mental stamina you need to do treks like this. If you first of all go to moderate treks like this, and you're not prepared for what a trek will be like, this can be pretty dangerous. The loneliness and the vastness and the total cutoff from civilization that you feel when you are 5 days into the forest and you have seen no other soul, no other civilization except the people that you are with, can be pretty unnerving for some people. Now, these pics are before we were left to the trailhead from where we started the trek. And from there on, the trek was totally uphill till we crossed over to the Kangra side, because we started and this is dedicated to a lady who fell into a gorge while trekking, and it forewarns people who are trekking that not to take things lightly. That was me resting on a rock. And so you just keep climbing, and you sort of rest when you can, eat when you can, and sleep in tents in the wild. Again, this is the first tent place where we camped in an apple orchard. We at this time we still haven't attained much height. This is me giving pravachan to somebody, and so the main problem with trekking is either you love it or you hate it. So you have to go for your first trek to decide whether you love it or you hate it, because the challenges are many, as you will see be unfolded on this trek. Now, this cyclonic storm which I talked of was brewing up, and we were not aware of it. We were taking things very happily and casually. The place was pleasant, and we slowly moved towards our goal. Now, what happened on the second last day? The khachars, or the donkeys which carry our stuff, obviously they're much faster than us, and they go and pitch their tents before we arrive. So as soon as we arrive, we get a hot meal and we are good to go. So but what happened once that cyclonic storm came? A cyclonic storm is something which is pretty eerie. What happens? There is a vacuum buildup between the mountains, and there is I would say a huge amount of wind, and then suddenly you will have a downpour of water so strong you feel you are standing under a dam. After that, suddenly everything will stop. There will be pin drop silence. In that pin drop silence, nothing, no bird will chirp, nothing will move. Then again that wind, then again that water, coming down like a floodgate open. Then again pin drop silence. Now this cycle went through the night for 12 hours straight, and we had nowhere to go. We could not cross the river. The river was rising in front of us, and the mountain was collapsing behind us. There were landslides behind us, and we had a 10 feet place to be standing in between with no cover on our heads. Finally, one shepherd who saw a predicament, he gave us his chota sa hut to be inside, which was anyway leaking, and there was anyway flood. That hut was also flooded with water, but still there was something, and we are so grateful to that person. He said, just keep my 14 lambs inside. If we keep them outside, they will die. So we did that the whole night, and it was a very problematic night. In fact, when you can see we are about to leave, none of us were happy, because we could see that something is going wrong. The storm is going to start, and that night this is the morning after, when we were happy to be alive. But that night was a test of endurance in that place which was pouring continuously. We were ice cold, thoroughly wet, and some of us were feeling mentally broken. Some of us were reading the Hanuman Chalisa. That is me, and this are more of my friends. And I don't know what happened to my raincoat also, and I was soaked to the bone. Luckily, we all prayed, and the Lord came and stopped the rain, at least in the morning. So morning we got up happy to be alive, and then after that we still had one night of tenting to go. I refused to stop. I walked 17 hours with 4 5 of us, but the rest of us stayed back for another night. But 4 5 of us walked 17 hours to somehow hit civilization, because we didn't want that kind of storm coming up again. This is me looking horrible after 17 hours, and that is the beautiful Ashoka International Hotel in which we collapsed after coming. And remembering our day, a beautiful adventure of Jhalsu, and not to be deterred, ready for my next trek. I love trekking.